How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. So today I want to do an overview, a 5-year, I guess you could say, review of the Leicester River bushcraft anorak. And this is a wool. So this thing has been put through a lot by myself, especially being through cold winters. And I have worn this for about 5 years. I don't want to discuss it. Now, this thing is fairly expensive. At least when I purchased this, it was around the $280 mark, which a lot of you are going, oh my gosh, why is that worth it? Well, we're going to discuss that. And I have a lot of like B-roll footage and stuff of just me using this thing through crazy conditions. And I am very impressed how it's performed. I want to talk about some of the positives and some of the negatives about it, and maybe it might be worth it to you to invest your money in something like this. So first off, I am not affiliated with this company whatsoever. They have no idea I'm doing this review, and I don't know if they really care or whatnot. It's just I'm going to share my opinion about it. So of course, this thing is wool. So everybody, at least most people, know the benefits about wool. The moisture wicking capability, it can be soaking wet and it'll still retain its heat value. It's natural, it's not synthetic. You know, there's some downsides and some positives, but this thing tends to be, you know, very thick. At least this one is. And now this is a pullover, of course, so you don't have like a zipper or anything like that, which depending on if you're in really cold climates, zippers are not the best because air and moisture can pass through there. So I like this type of design. It's pretty much like a hoodie. It does run a little bit slightly large. This is a medium, if I recall. It's been literally 5 years since I purchased this thing. I don't even know if it has a tag on it that actually says it anymore. It does not. But the nice thing about this as well is there's a lot of room in it, meaning you can layer or stack different items on you. So that's the benefit, is I can put different layers underneath this, and then if necessary, I can put a soft shell or even a hard shell over the top of this. Now, I typically do a hard shell if it's especially raining, but if it gets really cold, then snow is just kind of getting on it, and you know, it can melt into it because it's not water, like it's water permeable, I guess. Water can get through it, but if it's not snowing that bad, then it's not really necessary. The hood is very large, so it'll accommodate all kinds of stuff. Heck, I think I even had ear pro for when I was shooting rifles and stuff underneath, and then this would go over top. It has a nice cinching ability, as in paracord, that you can cinch it up around your face. You can actually pull it up over your mouth too. That's what this little piece is for. So when it gets really cold and the wind's blowing, you can kind of pull it up over, especially if you wear this with like a head gaiter or something like that. It really helps. Sleeves wise, they hold up pretty well, as you can see, probably maybe well, but they're kind of used or abrased, but it's just worn in wool. That's literally all it is. It does have 2 snaps, so you can make it smaller or larger. I tend to keep them to the smaller so it keeps above my wrist, so my gloves are on there as well. Big pass-through pocket over here too, just like a hoodie, but then there's organizational pieces inside of it. There's 2 large pockets, as you can kind of see where the stitching is here. There's actually 3. There's one in the left, one in the center, one on the left or right. So you can put whatever items, normally hand warmers or gloves or something like that. You have a large pocket pass through, of course. And then it also has in here these D-rings, as you can see. So you can like clip your keys and other stuff like that to this, so you don't lose them if you're out hiking around or doing stuff like that. The bottom has a cinch or shock cord, so you can cinch it around your body really nicely, so air or snow or other stuff isn't getting up underneath of you, so you can really cinch that down. Grommets are really nice. Backside is literally just blank, there's nothing, and it's a fairly simple design, and it works extremely well. Now, the warmth of this thing is extremely surprising, as in good, because I have been in really cold temperatures with this. I have saw negative 55, negative 56. I did like I was like cooking outside and whatnot, and that didn't work out too well because all of my vegetables just immediately froze within probably 5 or 6 minutes. I'll probably try to roll some of the footage in there if I recall, but there's been a lot of times I have wore this in very, very cold temperatures over the last 5 years. Now, how does it hold up? Well, it's wool. Wool holds up pretty well. If you take care of this garment, it is going to do very well. I can just truck through the brush and the weeds and not worry about like it stringing apart or anything. This is very, very durable, and that's why I like it. And I've wore it so much, and I'm surprised there has been zero stitching issues on this thing whatsoever, which I am very impressed. There's not a single location on this that has frayed or come apart or put a hole in it. Nothing. I've been around fire, which is a big benefit, is something like this Beyond Clothing synthetic. If coals get on this or like embers, they will potentially melt through. Not wool. I mean, over time, of course it will, but initially just it landing on you, this is a great campfire hoodie too. Yes, it's a bit expensive. I think it's a little over $300 these days, but this is an heirloom item, to the point that if you take care of this, literally your kids will fight over this when you die. That's how wool typically is, like wool blankets and stuff like that. Typically that is a generational piece that you can honestly pass down, depending on how abusive you are to it. But my opinion, this thing is awesome. So I would recommend it. If you have the money, you are in cold environment, take a look at this thing. I know there's others out on the market. It's just I have used this and it works extremely well. Again, I do not make any money off of how many these sell. The company has no idea I'm doing this. So you could buy 10,000 of these things. I won't get a single penny. So with that, if you do value my opinion and would like to donate, we have PayPal and Patreon and other stuff like that. Just honestly, if you don't even want to do that, like and subscribe. Just hit a subscribe is a big contributor just to the channel to see growth and everything like that. It's free for you, just hit subscribe, and I would greatly appreciate it. Now, I know there's probably some of you out there that own this and are trying to get reassured, like, hey, I've used it, I like it. Also, yes, I like it too, and of course, it is amazing. So if you already have this, then good deal, you got it. So other than that, I just wanted to share my opinion, show you some of the B-roll and some of the stuff that I've used over the years, that this is a quality piece. It works. Heck, this was even featured in Alone. A couple people in the series, early series of Alone, wore this, and I think they still consistently do. So other than that, I hope you all have a great day.